We're out in the beautiful sunshine on the South Bank today because we've opened our mole clinic. We've got Drs Sarah Kyatt and Fiona Worsnop here this morning, and they've already been checking out lots of people's moles this morning.
Fiona's a dermatologist.
The dermatologist, yes, so she knows what she's looking at, because we're all at that stage of this summer where we're exposing our skin a little bit more. You know, we might be noticing our moles. So they're both here now, and we've had all sorts of people come along. 4 ladies waiting to see you. So shall we get this clinic open, ladies? Yes. And let's get Tony up. Hello, Tony.
Hello.
Now, Tony, you've got mole, you say, on your neck?
On my neck and on my back.
Oh, you've got 2. OK.
I have 2.
Have you had these checked anywhere else?
Not at the moment.
OK.
Because I've never really been that concerned about them.
OK.
Especially the one on my neck, because I can keep an eye on it.
OK, so you're a bit worried about these?
Yeah, the one on my back more,
okay,
because I can't see it.
OK, we'll let the doctors have a look.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll start with the one on the neck, because it's so close. Has it changed at all?
Not that I'm aware
So
of.
you've had it for years, and it's been like this, not itching, not bleeding.
No.
Wonderful. So the way this is, it's a nice little raised, slightly brown mole. It's smooth border. It's symmetrical, one colour, small diameter. It's a lovely normal mole. I'm not worried about it at all.
Oh, good.
Which is good.
Why do they suddenly appear?
So it can be hormonal. So sometimes in pregnancy or during puberty, you can suddenly get changing or developing of moles. A lot of them occur because of sun, UV exposure, and some people are just born a bit moly. If you have more than 5 moles on your upper arm,
Totally, yeah.
you're considered moly. So
you're not worried about that one. Let's have a look at the one on your back then. What do you think, Fiona?
So I think it's this one here, isn't it? So this mole, actually, this is a very nice sign, which is the fact that it's very similar to the one on the front.
For us again.
This one here.
Okay. Yeah.
Very similar to the one on the front. So it's her kind of mole. That's again a really reassuring sign. This is totally harmless. I'll just double check. And yes, it looks lovely and normal.
Yeah.
So good news.
Marvellous.
So bad news is you have moles, the good news is they're lovely moles.
Yes,
right?
I'm glad.
You're happy. So nothing to worry about. She doesn't
No.
Just keep an eye on them in case they did change.
Absolutely, it's always sensible to just keep an eye, because the key message is that these moles can change, so you should just be really skin aware. Keep an eye, and if it ever sort of grows, changes shape, colour, get it checked.
Thank you. OK, Tony, let's swap you over with Claire.
Thanks.
Hi, Claire.
Hi.
Now, Claire, you've got something on your face and your arm, you
Yes,
say?
I've got this one here.
So show the doctors.
That one there.
Rightio. Okay, so again,
Actually, let's just turn you slightly. We didn't quite see that. If I just turn you slightly like that. There you go. Got it? OK.
Again, this is a lovely, smooth, round, circular mole, slightly raised, but only one colour. Not particularly big. Has it changed at all?
No.
No, and it's not.
How long have you had it, Claire?
Since I was born.
Since you were born?
Yeah.
So again, moles that you're born with that haven't changed are not scary moles. at all.
That doesn't mean they can't change at some point, I
No,
presume.
absolutely. That's why you always have to keep an eye on it. And I'd say if you notice a little bit of a change, just take a photograph of it, and in a month's time, next to a ruler, check it again. Just make sure that it hasn't changed.
Fiona, where do you stand on if someone wants to have their mole removed? I mean, can you put a sort of acid, can you have them burnt off, lasered off, or what's your view?
Not particularly. So a seborrheic wart or keratosis like Ruth has, then you can freeze that. Sometimes you can have moles lasered, but I don't recommend it particularly. The reason is that if you've got a mole that you're concerned enough about that you want it removing, it's better to have it cut out and sent away to double check that it is indeed harmless.
Okay.
Does yours
best
bother
way.
you enough you'd want it removed?
No, I don't think so. I've got used to it. So, and then I've got another one on my arm there.
Let's have a look.
It's a bit
Is
different.
that a new one?
Relatively new, yes.
Okay, so this is actually not a mole. This is a very firm area of skin, and this is a scar, and we call it a dermatofibroma.
Oh.
Again, totally harmless. You probably had an insect bite or maybe an ingrowing hair at some point. These are really common, and a lot of people get concerned about them because they arise totally out of the blue, but they're totally harmless.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So you've had
Totally
a smuzzy bite
harmless.
of something. Thank you, Claire.
you very
And
much.
Ellen, come on and we'll see you. The doctors will see you now, Ellen.
Thank you.
What have you got to show them?
Well, I have dry skin and
Yeah.
I get itchy bits on my skin and it gets red, and don't know what that is coming out on my skin.
Yes, well, this is actually a really interesting kind of skin change. These are not moles. You're right, you've noticed that it's more almost a dryness of the skin. And this is something really unusual called disseminated superficial actinic porokeratosis.
Wow.
And this is a really fancy Latin name for a bit of sun damage.
Okay.
So it does imply that you've had a bit of too much sun in your lifetime, probably, but it's totally harmless, very worthwhile getting checked. This doesn't need any treatment, maybe just a bit of moisturiser, but the key message is, if you're ever concerned, go and get it, see your GP as you've chosen to come to the mole clinic today.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank
Okay.
you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Clinic's now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Nice for you to come in.